recording. And I'll move over here.
Who did that?
Don't like it? Okay, already.
For 29 and 30 on all 4 columns, they wrote read, also read.
Wait, we're level 1. What's your initiative bonus?
Good thing you have come across God Serum, God King, the God Lord of Gods, and for your first encounter of the campaign.
That was Justin and me.
You guys are fucking great. All right, there's that. Okay. All right. So we're gonna have to change the music, and it's gonna be a really shitty transition. But here we go.
We'll make it work.
Yeah. So that nothing will be smooth.
You're doing it live.
Get over it.
Baby.
All right. So, welcome to the first session of Stories from the Multiverse. Today, a new group of adventurers begin their journey in the world of Zenya. Taking place in the year 7097 on the 8th day of Aura PCC, or post-collapse Corlin. The collapses being the weakening of one of the 4 greater gods who create the universe of Zenya. Only in this era of the Heralds do beings have the experience of keeping time after a collapse. In the past, collapse brought great loss of technology and civilization. Entire cultures were erased from the stories of history. But in the year 6742, 10 beings caused the collapse of Melora. Instead of sending the world into another dark age, it sent it into an age of prosperity. Beings celebrated their lives and freedoms without the force of a corrupted Corlin or the control of a maddened Melora. Both Corlin and Melora's influences weakened as Zahirs and Kratula's rose in the past 300 years. A lone herald continues to try to keep the balance between the 4 to prevent what has been coined as cataclysm collapses. The world of Zenya is home to 8 continents, the 2 largest landmasses being Atul and Atet to the east, Tabula Rassa and Dustlight to the center of the maps, and the undiscovered lands to the far west. Our adventure takes place in the lands of Tabula Rassa. A group of curious and ambitious beings begin their journey on Stanza Ladana Day, chasing after a diamond for the Pirate King. But now we find them somewhere else. And it's in the music. Music changing power. As I twirl around like Sailor Moon. There we go.
Beautiful.
Here we go. So this music goes here.
New music?
Yes.
No music for this.
So go ahead and click that.
Ooh.
Let's go back over here. Now we find 5 of these beings together inside the kitchen of the great castle Alabaster, a glorious castle made out of alabaster itself. Here, the 5 of you have been happily cooking a meal for the special guests of the castle. King and Queen Nazaka are counting on their favorite chefs and servers to deliver a special evening to the Grand Duke of Benkaido. It has been a special time over the past 2 years your group has spent together inside Castle Alabasta. It has been a wonderful experience of meeting so many different people and getting to know each of your kitchen mates better than your own family members. Last Kringle Fest, each of you received the most thoughtful gift from another one of these individuals in here that you keep on yourself at all times. Each of you are preparing a 5-course meal right now, and as you look to one another, a strange realization hits you with this beautiful, ray of sunshine that comes through the windows of your kitchen into this grand, large kitchen where there should probably be, 10 to 15 more hands helping you right now, but it's a special occasion and only a few guests, so each of you are the best chefs and servants they have in all the Castle Alabaster. go ahead and start describing what each other see in the characters around here. Each of you are in aprons with this beautiful, it would be like this beige and I would say maroon, like matching outfits and aprons. The head chef is Ganu. Who would you like to first describe yourself as you have this large chef hat on top?
Yes, so Ganu is a Goliath. And he is 7 feet 8 inches tall. And, he's a Goliath. He's pretty well built. No hair, no, classic bald Goliath, black markings around, including some marks on his head that meet his eyes and create kind of like a explosion of blackness around his eyes. And he has very, very light gray eyes that are like almost white.
All right. From Ganu, the sous chef, Faith, is right next to him, helping with all the spices. What do they see in Faith?
So, with Faith, you see a fairly, young teens, adult humanoid female, long red hair. I guess in this situation, it's tied up in a little ponytail to keep things out of the food. Smaller build, fairly on the shorter side, these bright greenish eyes. I feel like I don't think you'd see much more beyond that, given the situation.
And then the top tier servers, all three of you, are lined up next to each other as you're watching the two chefs go at it, helping with whatever dishes you can, or whenever they ask for any spices or foods to prepare. You guys jump onto that duty as well. The first who carries a step stool around with him all the way through the kitchen is Matthias. What do they see in Matthias?
So Matthias is a Lightfoot halfling. He's got silverish white hair. He's in his late 20s, early 30s. He's about 3'5"-ish, somewhere around there. Standard size for your halfling. He moves very swiftly and nimbly through the kitchen, making rather adept at avoiding getting stepped on in a hectic kitchen environment.
And next to Matthias, you can see a larger individual, more on the taller side, as Ganu, hailing as darker skin tones, of maybe Ganassi origin. Shoal, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah. Let's see. You would see about 6'3"-ish, tall but not super obnoxiously tall. A very dark skin, but to the point where you're I think that person is crafted out of obsidian or some sort of rock. That's a bit strange, but all right, cool. Name is Shoal, but any of you that would know him know that he just goes by Show. Fairly just average build, not super heavy and super thin or anything like that. And you notice a lot of beaded jewelry, a little bit mid-20s, closer to mid-20s than early 30s. So that's pretty much all you'd see for now.
And the final of this group of ever close and tight friends is Anfirth, who is of the, I would say, not muscle bound, but he's got them wide, broad shoulders to him that is always this it's not that natural Goliath giantness or anything like that. But go ahead and describe Anfirth for everybody.
Yeah, so the way I would describe that is clearly some kind of fighter, like a boxer or something like that. Somebody who's clearly very athletic and works on his physique every day, either purposely or whatever it may come to. You see a half elf. His skin is stark white, completely white. A little bit of grays in there, a little bit of blues, but mostly just bleach white. His hair is short. He's about 5'9". His hair's probably a couple inches long, but nothing past his ears, kind of thing. It kind of looks like a dirty strawberry blonde, almost kind of like how Faith's hair is red, but if you just took that and bleached it. His eyes are like a hazel, again, kind of just pale though. Just it seems like there's a lot of color missing from this. Other than that, that's probably all you would see at this point. He's about 19 years old. So.
And as you all finish taking in, exchanging glances and smiles to one another as this this evening, it's a little earlier, it's around 5, the sun is still high in the sky. Dinner is being prepared. The door opens wide as the Stuart LeBlanc comes in, a well-dressed, well-trimmed in the uniforms and colors of Castle Alabaster. What did I just say his race was?
I think you did.
I didn't?
Nope.
Okay, because I think I had a stroke. Anyway, as he comes in, LeBlanc, an elf-looking, fair skin as well, older, wrinkles on his face, lighter skin tone. As he opens it up, he comes in and looks to all of you and goes, "My dearest chefs and servants, the Duke is here, so hurry as best you can with the hors d'oeuvres. I will stall for each and every one of you. You're all so be on your best behavior today. The King and Queen are expecting so much of you." And as he comes out, I need everybody to give me wisdom checks, as each of you needs to choose what you would like to prepare, either the hors d'oeuvres, the appetizers, the salad, the main course, or the dessert. And if any of you happen to have cooking utensils in your inventory, you can add a proficiency bonus to that, whatever the hell cooking utensil proficiency will give you.
It's going to give you a +3 at this level.
There you go.
I have a 15.
You gotta choose. What do you do? Which one are you choosing? Each of you gotta talk about together which meal you're preparing.
Well, is there a theme? We should consult with our head chef.
You should.
What's our goal?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Well, for the main course, I was thinking, a glazed ham. And then for an appetizer, maybe something bready. I haven't decided completely.
Do we have any idea what they like to eat?
What about a nice crispy bread with like an olive oil herb type dipping sauce on the side?
Go ahead and make
Some capers in there. Yeah.
show a history check with advantage.
Thanks. Is a 24 good?
Yes. So, you know, as the queen has, let's see. The queen's favorite is chocolate cake and desserts. You quite remember that, and especially the king actually likes vanilla. So, to try and piecewise the two, you guys have come up in the past with a cake that mixes both chocolate and vanilla in throughout it, and it's become quite a specialty that got your eyes up. It was one of the things that you were so grateful to finally give back to the king that really took you out of that old life you never wanted to be in. That's, it's been very difficult for you to get over that hardy past of yours.
Yeah, regardless of what we do for the main courses, I think we should do the mixed chocolate and vanilla cake or dessert. I believe that would appease the king and queen best.
That sounds delicious. I'm into it.
At the memory of that, each of you, your bodies just get excited. You can feel this charge as he describes this piece of chocolate vanilla cake, and you all remember very vividly how you would make this in the past for the king and queen. So you have some sort of breadcrumby, bready thing for appetizers. You have your dessert. You have your main course with the ham. Salad. Is there anything in particular salad-wise you're looking to do, Ganu? Any type of salad?
Salad, definitely gonna start with lettuce.
Yes.
Big chef energy.
Yeah, I think that sounds about right, Ganu.
That does sound good.
Thank you.
Well,
You know,
since
my
we're
my
going,
father taught me how to make a very nice Caesar type dressing, a very blended type a salad that it just goes very well as a starter alongside with that dipping bread.
Excellent, excellent. And croutons.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Maybe a couple chopped up vegetables, like maybe red onion and
Usually there's a bit of some like diced like red onion, like sliced red onions, strips, carrot strips.
carrots.
I like to throw in a couple of like a bell type pepper to add a little bit of a extra kick to it.
Can't go wrong with bell pepper. I'm thinking
I'm gonna get working on those.
All right.
maybe for a side for the entree, a twice baked potato. You know, we put some cream in there, maybe some.
Do they have any allergies?
Not that you can recall.
Thanks.
Put
Very
some
considerate.
cream and some cheese, maybe some extra meat, a little bit of meat crumbles on there.
Last question.
Mm-hmm.
What's local and fresh today?
Oh, you know, they always bring it into the castle. The good old Curlin is always one of the servants around here that'll bring in from the local markets. You guys never leave Castle Alabaster because there's just far too much to do inside here on these given days. The courtyard is normally where you'll get your sunshine and play. But one of the most local things that was brought in today would definitely be some of the local cabbages and lettuce heads from the market and a couple fish, too.
Fish.
And varying varieties, some of like salmon and trout, but also some stuff like shrimp and crab was brought in.
Anchovies?
Anchovies? Yeah, I'd say so.
Excellent.
Maybe some fishy hors d'oeuvres.
I'm gonna sequester like a few anchovies for the
Yep.
season salad to spice it up a tiny bit.
There we are. Okay, so everyone, now that we have this wonderful 5-course meal being prepared, I need everyone to pick one and then do the rolls. I already saw 2 of you or 3 of you or all of you made your rolls already. I saw a couple high ones, so you can still keep that roll. But just specifically, which one are you making and doing?
I was gonna focus on the salad and the olive oil
Okay.
herbal dipping sauce. With
Oh,
some
yes,
crusty
yes.
I'll do the dessert. I am much better at measuring than actual cooking.
I will work on the soup with the goal of, since the rest of the courses are going to be fairly rich and intense in flavor, we're going to do something a little bit lighter, maybe a little bit sweet. Come up with something a little bit creative for that. I'll get back to you on that.
Okay.
I'll do the baked potato. That seems like an easy
Baked
thing to do.
potato. There you go. Yeah. I'll do the. I'll
Put
do
in oven,
the.
take out of oven, add ingredient, put back in oven.
Yeah. I'll do the ham
Okay.
and the glaze and all that.
So everybody go ahead and give me those wisdom checks if you haven't already, and let me know what you've rolled.
15.
Okay.
19.
Okay.
18 for show.
Okay.
Yeah,
Checks.
This is quite a start, unlike the
we're
other
gonna have
sessions.
a great meal lined up.
Right?
We're gonna
Okay.
head chef. coming in.
As you break, the group just goes right into that muscle memory you've experienced these past 2 years, cooking and cleaning and a joy. And you can always feel this like ambient music within the air inside this castle. It's so excited as you're each humming a tune to one another and cooking up each of these different parts of the meal. You can see other servants coming through of all varying races. You can see the classic bugbear servant that you've come to know. You can see a drow servant, a tabaxi servant, a dragonborn servant. Everyone is so welcome here in Castle Alabaster. It's always so refreshing to see the familiar faces coming through, and it looks like the local entertainment is out there to go see. And go out there to entertain the king and queen. Ganu, it's a little sad that you can't perform right now. As you know, that was a very special thing to you, that the queen came to you and picked you up when all you wanted to really do was perform and sing, and they they kicked you out of your own culture, and that's a very hard hole inside Ganu's heart. The rest of you have heard him told this story in the past of something that has deeply scarred him, and the kind king and queen of Alabaster took him in to try and give him away in his spare time to work on his entertainment and eventually play his music in the courts. As they go through and the meals start coming out, the first of the servers go to bring it out into the dining hall where King and Queen Nausicaa is sitting out there across from the Grand Duke. So, of the servants right now, which servant would like to take out the hors d'oeuvres?
I will take out the...
You're the sous chef, so no.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's myself, Matthias, and
Anfirth. Excuse me. Anfirth?
Does it matter?
I can do it.
Yeah, does it matter?
Sure.
That should be fine.
Start off strong.
All right, Anfirth. As you open up and go out, you can see LeBlanc. His face was a little pale right now as the two were talking back and forth. And as soon as you come out and the entertainment out there playing in music stalls, he's big smile at the wink, and you bring out the dishes. You can see the fair king and queen, both human in appearance. The king has this big beard, this big brown beard, and he has black hair, a little mismatch there, but he has two different colored eyes as well. One is green and one is yellow, while the queen, they have that same eye condition, but hers is one is green and one is purple, as she gives you a big smile and nod as you lay down the hors d'oeuvres. And the Duke is dressed to nines in this beautiful uniform that resembles that of course, of the lands of Ben Keidel. And Duke Kalish stands across in his what would appear to be military uniform. The two of them are a little tense, but with the food now being brought out, it is pretty exciting. Around the room, you can see all these wonderful banners and portraits. You can see the sense of Castle Alabaster has a wheel symbol and all these hands in. And of course, that is the classic symbol of acceptance in Castle Alabaster, that everyone has a place inside this kingdom. It looks like political talk and tensions have been going through, but you return to the kitchen with everything going just right. And before you even get in there, after a couple bites, you can hear the Duke give out a big, "Whoa, this is delicious. You weren't kidding about this crew in there." And you go inside as the king gives you a thumbs up under the table and a big smile. So, as some time passes, you guys recall yet another one of the stories as you wait eagerly and anxiety starts getting to you. Faith, you are eager to get to the main meals as you remember your life was just so boring back in Last Star. It was so posh, and the world itself was utterly uninteresting and frustrating to you until the king found your talent and brought you in to do something new and exciting, like the daily duties of meal prep and the challenge of creating some of the most delicious meals that you could. And under the guidance of Ganu, you two have been accelerating at this. I need, as you guys are waiting to bring out the appetizers, Curlin comes through, and he's a human with who looks very similar in his stature to Anfirth, and he comes through with some of the fresh vegetables and starts laying them down the counters and looks to you guys and goes, "Looks like you have nothing but good words for the food today. It's very good to see. Happy morning and evening to all of you. It's a shame we haven't had more time as these past weeks have gone, but are you all still good for later this week, a game of horseshoes in the old courtyard?"
I can't imagine anything more thrilling.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've never been the greatest at the game, but it's very fun to play.
Oh, it's always a joy with all of you, I tell you. It really is. All right, well, I'll be on my way. Is there anything else you need me to pick up from the market?
Maybe some bacon and eggs for breakfast.
Oh, yes. All right.
If you could maybe get like a smoked salmon-y type thing. I was thinking of something interesting for lunch, like a salmon-y type salad-ish meal for just put on a sandwich kind of thing.
Ooh, always thinking so well. Faith, you have a mind for this. Absolutely. I'll go down, and he takes out a little notepad and puts that on his list and puts it back in his pocket and goes, all right, that's absolutely excellent. This is great.
Any fresh fruits or nuts or berries?
Oh, the season is pretty out of fruit season right now, but I'll keep an eye out. I know Lady Nouvoir sells some of the best fruits and veggies down there, so that'll be interesting enough for us to try and pick up. Thank you all for your suggestions. Closes his little book and gives a wave and can't wait for horseshoes. And leaves out the door. Finally, another one of you gets the signal from LeBlanc that says it's time to switch out the meals. Which servant would like to go out now this time? And you never want to go out the same servant every time. You have to make a new experience. You got to rotate through.
This is the main dish now?
This is the
salad.
the appetizer.
Salad, then soup. Salad, then
Appetizers.
soup, then
Main
then
course,
entree,
then
then dessert.
Nope. Hors d'oeuvres, appetizers, salad, main course, dessert.
Oh, there's no soup?
No,
what kind of five-course meal is this?
you
Doesn't
just
have a
sort of
soup?
made it up. You can put the soup in. You just added a soup. I was very confused. I just looked up online what a 5-course meal is. If you were like, I got the soup, I'm like, that's not on the list, but you can make it an
It's on the list,
appetizer.
my friend.
Yes.
Oh,
You got
the plan's
the
out the
soup
window.
appetizer with the bread and the dunking, and excellent.
Oh yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, sure.
That was there the
Yep.
whole time.
So I'll bring out the appetizer, which is apparently a light maple squash soup with a nice crusty bread.
Yes.
He said it was close to the end of the fruit season, so it must be getting close to fall. So we got those squashes, the similar type of things, nice and fresh. A little bit. It's not like a cream-based thing, so it's a little bit lighter. Working our way towards the richer stuff that's to come.
Okay. Excellent. So as you go out with the plates and the other ones are being taken away and LeBlanc is helping and some of the other servants in there, you can just see tons of servants packing the walls, each of them lined up equal distance as well. They know how particular the queen love their appearance with guests. And as you go inside there, you can make a perception check to hear what they're talking about.
We'll do that.
Without
Natural 20.
glaring at them and making it abundantly obvious. As a trained pro at this job of servants, you have become an expert at being able to eavesdrop without even breaking stride in your duties and your focus, pretending people forget when you're inside here, Matthias, that you're even in here and say all sorts of things that probably should be kept in confidence. What you hear is the Duke going, well, let me tell you, I feel like you're putting something magical in this food, as he starts dunking it back and forth, putting me in such a good mood here to sign this accord. This should bring us the peace that we need. And you can see the king go, oh, indeed. This should be a wonderful time for all the people of our lands. It's such a shame that those Cretulans keep trying to drive so much rough destruction between our lands. Now we can liberate their people. And you can see the queen leans over and goes, it is a shame how they treat the Cretulans. It's really something that is just barbaric. And you see the Duke go, and that's why it is of the most necessity that we do our best to drive them out. As you take the food back to the kitchen, the three of you now have a little bit of downtime before you have to bring out the main course. That gives them about 20 minutes, as you can hear. It starts getting riled up as LeBlanc comes in and goes, you're all doing very excellent. So we now have to do this. It's about 10 minutes or so to let them get talking. They're really into some of these points. It's so good to see all of you just just really on your A game today. You know, I was a little worried, as some days, you know, how they are. They get difficult. Is anybody having their headaches as we do because of the lands? Everybody go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
8.
You have a headache.
Sure do.
7.
You have a
1
headache.
for a 4.
You have a headache.
23.
You don't have a headache.
Let's see.
6.
Everybody but Hanford has a headache. As you all honestly raise your hand to your good friend LeBlanc, he goes, oh my, don't worry. He takes out a little vial and he goes and he has these pills and he knocks one of them each into your outstretched hands. And he goes, there you go, take one of that and that gets rid of the headaches. I need to go make sure the other staff isn't getting their headaches as usual. It's such a shame at this altitude of the castle that it causes this. It's very, very frustrating. But now I'm glad to see that you're all set. I was worried. I have an instinct for these things. LeBlanc leaves.
So convenient. He just shows up. It seems like whenever I get a headache, he's just there. It's incredible how wonderful he is about caring for us.
What would we do without him?
I haven't the slightest clue. Thinking about the conversation I just overheard, did any of that information strike me as strange?
No, this is the classic ongoing world that you know very well. You live in the land of Jezuri, and this is where the Nazic kingdom, under the Nazic rule, has been peacefully ruling the majority of this continent. But the god darn Cretulans have been at war with the Benkaidal for quite some time, and it's just been this really frustrating, what would some like crusade of sorts of the Cretulans. It's just been very difficult, and it's put your king and queen in a very terrible position because it's asking them to take sides in a conflict where they just want to be helping people.
The nerve of those barbarians.
Did you all take your pills?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Has it helped in the past?
Oh, yeah, of course. It almost immediately gets rid of the headache. Yes. Excellent. All right. As the time passes, you guys go and bring out the main course this time. So that would be Sho is the last one who hasn't gone out for the main course. All right, Sho. I want you to give me a perception check.
16.
16. As you come out and you give the main course and people are laughing and having a good time, you notice one of the people standing against the wall, one of the servants, passes out and falls to the ground, and nobody moves or even acknowledges it.
Is that a normal occurrence? For people to not care.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. 15?
15. You know, you've seen this before, but you should really do something. Yeah, people normally do just let this happen. It's not a good way to be. You care for these people. That's Beatrice over there. She's a pale, frail young lass standing out there for so long, holding and moving the dishes to the other room where they clean the dishes. Someone should probably do something, maybe on the sly on the way out after they're deep in their food and their talk.
Yeah. Is it... Okay, so I haven't delivered my dish yet, have I?
You're on your way. You're walking out as you see this, as Beatrice collapses.
Is there anyone nearby?
In what sense?
To me.
It's all alone. You're like in a grand hall, and the table is huge and long, and so the king and queen are at one side, and the duke is at the other. So it's a super long, classic, awkward table of royalty and all that goodness that's going on. And there's plates set up for everybody, but they're all covered except for just the 3 that are being used right now. And right behind the king and queen is their actual throne. Kind of think Skyrim's... Elfric's place. You know how he has the throne right in front of the large table they all sit at? Windhelm, the castle of Windhelm. A little bit in that sense, but the colors aren't even close to what we're talking. We're talking beiges and burgundies. All stone floors and beautiful wide windows with all this bright light coming through, and all these different servants lined up against the walls, except for Beatrice now, who's flat on the ground.
Yes, I will deliver the food.
Absolute. They start taking a couple bites in, and you can see the queen actually get your attention and ask you to come over.
I will go over.
She whispers to you and goes, "Do you by chance know if the usual's on the menu for desserts?"
I'll just give her a wink.
Run along.
And on the way back, there's no one around. Like, there's no other servants.
There are. They're all along the walls, but they don't even look at her.
They don't even do anything.
Nope, unflinching. They're just making eyes are locked on the Duke, the King, and the Queen.
Fucking Christ. In my history dealing with these events, would it be culturally unacceptable to help this person and or ask one of the servants along the walls to help this person? Or is it more like just call LeBlanc and get it sorted out?
It would probably be... LeBlanc normally knows best with these things. He's the go-to steward of the high household, so he normally takes care of this. Culturally, it wouldn't be frowned upon. You're encouraged. Everyone's accepted here. You're encouraged to help each other out and hands and all this type of stuff.
Right, then I will see if I can get, like, I'll check on her first.
Sure.
I'll
go
cover myself and check on her.
Go ahead and make a medicine check as you come over to her.
So good at these. 15.
15. As you check, her skin is horribly pale. Her eyes are completely dilated, and she is breathing very heavily right now. As you see her signs, it looks like she is unresponsive to your shaking and looks to be in some sort of medical emergency.
All right. I'll just gesture to one of the servants that's there, like, not like loud or anything, but tactfully just kind of like nudge them, get their attention, and like point to Beatrice. Like,
you see the Dragonborn comes over and he goes down on one knee and he's like, "What's the matter with Beatrice here? She's all on the floor. She should be standing." He picks her up and stands her, and she falls right back to the floor, and he shakes his head. "Very unprofessional."
I believe she's unconscious, sir.
Unconscious? Oof. What do we do about that? As he looks back over, and they don't seem to be noticing at all. They're carrying on with their conversation. As you see the Duke going like, oh, food in his mouth, clearly showing and laughing.
Could you help me escort her out of this room, please?
I have to stay at my station.
Someone can fill in for you, I'm sure. If not, I can get LeBlanc.
No, I definitely can't. Yeah, LeBlanc. That's a better idea. Get LeBlanc. Whereabouts is he? LeBlanc is nowhere to be seen at the moment. He should be around any moment here, and just as your nerves start to build up a little bit, out from the dishwashing room, you can see LeBlanc come out and looks at you and sees you and Beatrice on the ground and goes, walks right over, gives his smiles to everything, and as they come over, by the way, like between the table and the edges of the wall, and there's like gigantic like banners that the servants almost like blend into as they line the wall, and like all the tapestry, it's like 25 feet. So it's not like they're right next to and the servants are collapsing. There's like,
it's like kind of far.
This is absolutely one of those like throne rooms that is so like forced to show. Look how big and echoey it is. He comes over and he's just like, "Has Beatrice gotten sloppy?"
She is unconscious, sir.
Oh, no, this won't do. Beatrice. You see, he looks down and he goes, "Here, you take her," as he helps up onto your shoulder and like, "Let's go into the kitchen real quick." And you go into the kitchen as the rest of you are all eagerly awaiting the good news about the food, and instead you're greeted with this small little a human pale woman being held up by Cho and LeBlanc, as then they go into the back storage room where they clear over a table and lay her down. You see LeBlanc going, oh, okay. You take care of this for right now. I'll be right back. I'll go get some water and medical supplies that I can find about. I'll be right back. And LeBlanc leaves out and he goes, you're all doing excellent. To the rest of you, continues back out.
Can anyone help her? I can help someone with their station. They're not done.
I'll take a look.
Okay.
Thank you, Ganu.
Wash my hands off before I.
Of course, head chef Ganu taking charge again, going into the back room, cleans his hands, and can see the individual laid out on here with her pale skin. What do you want to do? Do you want to make a nature check? Do you want to investigate Beatrice to see what she has on her person?
Gonna make a medicine check.
Yes, go ahead.
You know,
Go ahead.
Check how she is medically.
Yes.
Nice. 22.
22. As you begin examining her and you start looking around, her eyes are dilated, and she has these wonderful orange eyes. That was always a stunning quality of her. And you try and look through as you're respectfully checking her pulses and checking her vitals. Her breathing is still extremely heavy, but she's unresponsive. Her skin is so extremely pale. And then just to see, maybe she swallowed something terrible or whatnot. As you open up her mouth, you can see some very strange elongated fangs inside her mouth.
Like
Very-
her own teeth.
Yeah, that reminds you very much of the stories you were told as a child about creatures called vampires, and she's very much reflects that in her teeth. Seeing what's wrong with her body, I'll say even because you rolled over a 20 on the nature check, you find in her hand, actually I would say in her coat pocket, you'll find 4 or 5 of one of the pills LeBlanc has given you. It appears she has not been taking the pills LeBlanc gives you to relieve you of your high altitude headaches.
Mm.
What are you shaking your head at me for, Hunter?
That's irresponsible. Why would she be skipping out? Come on.
Exactly.
Yeah, why is she
Thank
so
you.
stupid?
Thank you. Jesus.
Why would she be? Surely she must have had a reason. One doesn't just
Maybe
refuse
she's
medicine
allergic.
for a reason.
What's her pulse feel like?
You don't feel a pulse.
I don't feel a pulse.
No. But she's
Oh,
breathing.
She's still breathing.
Wait. Red flag.
You said she's still breathing?
Yes. Yes, heavily.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay. Hasn't been taking the pills.
There's no signs of cuts or wounds or stabs or anything of the sort. No damage to her besides her little fall and then her second fall.
Right.
She was fine the first time. The second one's what busted her nose.
Okay.
Did you attempt to wake her, Sho? She seems like she's breathing. I don't know. Maybe we can rouse her.
Yes, I shook her. Tried to get her attention. Noticed the same thing Ganu did here. Try not to make a scene. You know how the king and queen are.
No, that is very wise, especially with a duke as esteemed as him being here.
Yes, it wouldn't do to have a collapse.
What are all of you doing dawdling around? Oh my goodness, we have a dinner to run!
Relax,
It has
baby.
been quite a
Yeah.
while.
Hurry the courses.
I can handle this. You all take care of the food.
Goodness!
Yes.
And
Very well.
I'll give her one of the pills and some water to
You tilt her head up and you put one of the pills in. Then you guys go out, and it is now dessert time. As that ends up as Faith ushers everybody out, you all get the plates out from the main course and go start serving out the dessert just as LeBlanc comes back, as he comes with a wet cloth and a blanket of sorts, and he has some a health potion here, and he comes over and he goes, "Oh, excellent. She's up. Oh no, you're holding her up. Okay. And he goes, here. While you're holding her up, let me put some of this inside her." And he puts in the healing potion, and her breathing slows a bit, but she still seems unconscious. And you see, I'm like, oh, she might be sick. I'll go get our good old doctor, Doctor. Sir Furrington von Fur. He'll be the first one to know about this.
So just to be clear, Dr. Sir Furrington von Fur.
Looks over towards you, Matthias, and goes, "Yes, of course, Dr. Sir Furrington von Fur, the highest esteemed Dr. Furblog of this Castle Alabaster."
It is wonderful. I just don't think I've ever heard his full title. That's wonderful. I'm glad he's so accomplished.
He is accomplished and full of great love. That's why he has such a long title. It was given to him from the lands of Alpaca.
That's wonderful. I don't think I've ever heard of such a place.
It's a wondrous place. It's very cold and full of fur. And he leaves.
I'm gonna put the rest of the pills in my pocket.
Okay. Is there anything else anybody wants to do? The dessert's been served. Here's your group, and Beatrice is laying on the table, and she's starting to stir a little bit, but not quite yet after the first pill is finally hit after 5 minutes. Is there anything you guys want to do?
Connie.
Yes.
In a whispered tone, do you have any of those pills?
She had a few in her pocket. Seems like she wasn't taking them, and I'll show them. I gave her one, hoping it might help, but these are the rest. I was gonna hold on to them.
I don't think I've ever researched the ingredients. Can I take one, just for curiosity's sake?
Sure.
Thank you.
All right. Is there anything else you guys want to do?
Is it
She's
weird that when everybody else is taking a pill, I was not? Like,
No.
is it typical that we all get headaches at the same time, or?
No. It's varied. It's not typical. It was actually atypical that they all had a headache at the same time. Wow. I mean, they must have been working, but you were all together, so it makes sense. So you must have been on time. And
You said she looks like a vampire to me,
yes, yeah.
and I know, like, vampire, like they drink blood, right?
That is how legends go these days.
I'm gonna take a knife.
Mm-hmm.
Ganu? The courses are served.
So I want to try something to see if it'll help.
What would that be?
I think she might need blood.
Excuse me?
I mean, she looks look. And I'll
Are
show
you
her.
questioning the head chef?
It's a strange request, Faith.
Listen, he knows what he's doing. Just keep your eyes on
Is
the
there
prize
any-
and stick to your position.
Is there any like
finished
pig's
serving.
blood or anything like that in the kitchen from black?
There's
pudding,
always
like
stuff
that
to
type
do.
of
Have
thing?
you cleaned your side of the kitchen?
Faith, when was the last time you've eaten?
Have I?
Do you want me to make you something
You
real
have
quick?
not. You have not.
I have not eaten.
She needs blood.
My sustenance is not important. Listen, what's important is
I'm
delivering
gonna like
the
start
most exquisite
pulling her
meal.
over into like a
Those
chair and just letting her go.
Faith,
This is a
Sit
common
down.
occurrence where Faith is the one that's really enforcing everything for Ganu. Ganu's super chill and Faith is the uptight one.
Faith,
But it
it's
makes the
alright.
kitchen run very well.
Yeah.
Faith,
I want to make her a leftover.
oh my
sandwich.
God, it's Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
You're Leslie Knope.
Yes, yes. This is already
Okay,
excellent.
Yes, Faith, it's all right. This is a very weird idea. It's all right, and we don't need another person passing out. So please eat something before you're the second.
Yes,
Yeah,
this is
I mean,
common.
this is
Once
different.
Because you said so.
once they're served, the king and queen are served, then this is fine.
I'll show them, I'll show them everything I saw, and it's like I'm pretty sure this is a vampire.
Show him. I'm sure.
I heard on the History Channel once that these things eat blood.
I heard
I
they like
wanna help.
ketchup. Okay.
I want to help. So I mean, it's not a big deal. Just little nick, and try it out. Doesn't work. Oh no.
What do I know of vampires?
Go ahead and make a history check.
I would also like to partake in that.
Yeah, you can. It's allowed.
9.
9. It's just
4.
stories. They're just stories and legends, and everything Ganu said is vampires. They like blood.
All right, might work.
And I'll do a slight incision on my arm
Mm-hmm.
and let it, and I'll, squeeze my fist and let it drip into her mouth.
Okay.
Are we switching music? Is
Yep.
that what's happening?
Yeah, we are.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh no! Oh god!
What did I do?
We were so happy playing Uncooked.
Right?
Just,
Oh god!
just shut up.
Oh boy!
It's not this bad. It's not as bad as you think. Calm down. This is why I don't want the stupid to do it this way, because you guys read the titles, and the titles aren't necessarily linked at all. It's all copyright-free garbage.
Fine.
Anyway,
Still creepy.
as you drip the blood down in, you can see after a few minutes, her eyes finally, not a few minutes, after a few seconds of dripping blood down, about 30 seconds, you go and start tending yourself up, and her eyes open wide, and you can
cover it by,
yeah.
by the time she gets up.
Yep, and you see her go like,
Beatrice, are you okay?
she looks towards you. Who's Beatrice?
You are, my dear. You are just in the main hall with all the other servants.
Who are you? And she gets up and starts going back towards each of you. Who are?
You don't need to be alarmed.
Yeah,
You're
no.
friend.
No, it's just I must have hit my head or something. I think I recognize you folks. Yes, I've seen
You
I've
did
seen
take
you all
quite the
before.
fall.
Yes.
I've been taking the pills.
Oh. What?
Must have hit your head after passing out.
Yeah, that must be it. That's definitely it. You said something about pills? As she looks down to you, Matthias.
When we brought you in here after you had passed out, we noticed that you hadn't been taking your pills for the headaches.
Oh, right, the headaches. Yes.
Well, what would possess you to do such a foolish thing?
They were making my headaches worse, so I stopped taking them. Actually, nothing would stop making the headaches worse. This is actually the first time I haven't had a headache in a very long time. What did you do?
Just some basic first aid.
Oh, all right. Is there anything you guys want to ask her as she's sort of just dazing off and her eyes are glazing over?
You can thank Ganu for helping you out. My goodness. So ungrateful.
Oh yes, thank you, Ganu. Thank you very much. That is It was very kind of you helping me out.
What are you thinking about?
Nothing. As a smile comes to her face. Nothing at all. Say,
Is she being truthful?
you can make an insight check.
Here we go! 13.
That's a 14.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
You needn't lie to us. You are among friends.
Yes, we are definitely among friends here. When's the last time you took your pills?
Oh, just probably
a few
about
minutes
half an
ago?
hour ago, yeah.
Yes. It's definitely more like
I
half
haven't
hour.
taken mine in quite a while.
Oh,
Actually, it's been alright.
yeah. Okay, just wondering about the headaches and all with everybody. Just seeing if it's just me or whatever. No, I was just thinking about that. You know, if there's too many people getting headaches these days or whatnot, or why I'm getting headaches and all that. She starts.
It's
just
actually
sort of,
extremely common. High altitude. It's like a really normal thing, actually.
right. We're high altitude. Yes.
So
Uh,
I have a question for you.
Yes.
I was trying to figure out what was wrong with you when you passed out. And I came to the belief that you are a vampire.
Me, a vampire?
Mm-hmm.
No. No. The queen has insisted. I've had my curiosities too. The queen has assured me that's just some genetics in the family. We have longer canines than normal. No, definitely not a vampire.
That's what woke you up. And I'll show her the bandage on my arm.
Oh. That is some evidence to the contrary. Certainly. And at that, the door goes open and you see LeBlanc goes, "They need more dessert! There's more dessert needed for the king and queen and the duke. They loved it so much. Hurry! You need to whip up some more of that. And oh, Beatrice, you're awake!" And she gives her like a, "Who the fuck is Beatrice?" And you see him come over and he's like, "Oh, good. I was so worried about you as everything's been going on. Are you doing all right? Do you have a headache right now?" And you see her go, No, I don't have a headache. And he goes, "Oh, that's wonderful news. Absolutely terrific. Great. All right. Any of you having a headache? No? Good. Okay." And he walks back out and he goes, I think the deal is done. They have the treaty out on the table as we speak." And he goes back out.
Now's your time to shine. Just whip up another dessert real quick.
Yeah, who wants to take care of that?
Yeah, go ahead and give me wisdom checks to create a dessert for the king and queen to get a little more.
Well, who's making it?
17.
One. Give me two people. Give me two people to wake up.
I'll help out.
course.
I like to drive the bus.
Can always count on you, Faith.
That is a 19.
Oh, God. You guys are just killing it with the meals tonight. You're absolutely killing it. As you guys go out to make the meals, so that would be Faith and Matthias, Ganu, Sho, and Anferth, you're still with Beatrice?
Correct.
As she's sitting there and she's now sitting on the edge, legs over, and she looks to you, Ganu. What do you remember before Castle Alabaster? Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw. That is a dirty 20.
Let's go.
Was there ever a before Castle Alabaster? Like you... I mean, it was... Was it the king that told you where you came from and everything? You just sort of forgot about. He told you that story, and because your memory was so hazy before. What was before?
I don't remember anything before. The king told me how I came to be in his service, but I don't remember.
Show and Anfirth, give me wisdom saving throws.
Natural
18.
20.
Let's go.
Damn.
Compared to the last two fucking sessions I've had with you guys between the one shots and this,
Oh my god, we were rolling
it's not
so
even
low.
close. Well, I mean, Show, you remember you were part of a syndicate before this. That's what you did, of course. But you don't remember any of their faces or their names or where it was. You were just part of that syndicate, and you had to get away from that life of crime. You did things that made you feel guilty. Something. Certainly there was something that made you guilty. Maybe. Anfirth. You fished. You were a fisherman, and single child, and you were not very successful, and it was in the fish market where they found you, and you were so talented that they brought you in. They loved your hard work and your effort, and the king and queen knew this was you were meant for more than failing at fishing out at sea, right?
Alas, why are you asking us? What do you think? Do you not remember where you came from?
I do. As she looks at all of you. I'm not from here. I'm not from here at all.
Where are you from then?
Do you know the city of Gloomhaven?
Do I?
As she says that, all your brains start to hurt horribly. Everyone takes 1 point of psychic damage when she says that. I need everybody to go back to the other music.
Which one?
The first royal estate music. As all of a sudden, as your heads begin to hurt, all of you find yourself, it's right before dessert order, and you're all back inside the kitchen, and you see LeBlanc come through the door, and he goes, "Oh, you guys have doing an excellent job inside here, and everything's going so great. The Duke is so excited for your dessert, so please get it all ready and set. So I'm going to need you guys to make it all right special." I need all of you to give me wisdom saving throws. Mm-hmm.
19.
13.
15.
Okay. Show, Anfirth.
Mine was 19.
Yep.
16.
And Ganu. All of you have pounding headaches as Faith and Matthias, you're fine right now. You have this terrible feeling of deja vu wash over you. Didn't we already serve dessert? But as you look around, all the ingredients are back where they were, and everything, the main course meal and all that type of stuff is done, but this is, it's like you never even made dessert. But You swear you just made dessert. You made it twice.
Didn't we?
Is Beatrice
Serve
back here
dessert?
still, or is she?
You don't even remember a Beatrice. There's no Beatrice back here. Not that there's no Beatrice ever, but she's not back here or anything like that. No, she's in the hall as she's supposed to be.
She shouldn't be back here.
No, of course not.
What are you slackers doing? The dessert course isn't even prepared yet? Come on. Got one more course
Get
to go.
your asses on it!
Sorry.
Go ahead and give me a wisdom
I
checks.
think that was a good job.
2 people who want to make it.
Wisdom checks. Okay.
Yep.
I'm not a pastry chef.
Not me.
I'll do it.
Okay. Head Chef Gianu going in on it. And Matthias, give me those wisdoms.
Oh.
Step up. Wisdom check.
11.
Yep.
I rolled real high.
Thank goodness.
23.
Nice. As you go out into you make another wonderful dessert. It's a beautiful chocolate vanilla cake again. And as you go outside, this time you find the table's a little shorter than you last remember, Matthias. Like, fuck. No. I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw. Fuck.
Okay. 10.
10. The table is a little shorter than you last remember it. It should have been a couple lengths longer, and a headache starts to come on a little bit for you. And as you go out there and serve the cake, you can see the king and queen are very happy to see that. You see the king, I was looking forward to this. I was hoping they were making this. And the queen nods to you and see the duke go, they talk highly of you, and I know why. All of you here and everyone around, what an incredible job you've all done. A big round of applause to each and every one of you. And as you give the plate and sort of look at him and you turn back towards the kitchen, you see Beatrice again faint and fall. And as he's giving his clap, he just sort of stops. And this time, the Duke does notice Beatrice fall. His eyes kind of look towards her and look towards the king and queen. The king sort of looks a little confused, and you can see the queen just sort of glowering over towards LeBlanc, and you see LeBlanc come through and be like, Matthias, a hand, as he
Absolutely.
walks over, and we walk over to Beatrice. Can you give me a medicine check?
Yeah, absolutely. 13.
13. She doesn't have a pulse, but she's breathing. Her skin is extremely pale, and she's unresponsive. You see LeBlanc look to you, and he's like, we better bring this in the back.
Yeah, I'll help him.
And you guys help her up, and you guys go back through the kitchen, and a lot of you see Beatrice come through and put her back onto the table, and he goes, I'm going to go get some medicine kits, something like that. I'll be right back. And he goes out. All of you see this Beatrice come through. What are you all doing?
Do we have any recollection of the
I'm
last
focused on directing the meal. Nothing's interrupting this
Yeah.
assembly line.
Yep. What was that show?
time? Do we have any recollection of last time?
You do, because you saved.
Oh,
It is very hazy, and every time you're thinking about those memories, it's causing pain.
Uh,
He remembers, but I don't.
I think the three of you saved, remember.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ganu.
Yep.
Oh.
Is his arm still hurt?
No, that's fine.
Hmm.
No bandage, no
did
nothing.
you- Do you remember this last time?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not just me.
What do you mean?
I remember it as well. Ganu, what did you do to wake her up last time?
Well, I noticed some things, like pale skin, no pulse, fangs, and deduced she was possibly a vampire. And
Everybody give me wisdom saving throws inside the room.
10.
Okay,
That is a 18.
okay,
6.
Okay.
7.
Okay.
9.
Okay, so everybody but Faith takes a point of psychic damage, and you guys are being like massive headaches, and you can't find your pills right now, and you're just like, oh, where the hell is LeBlanc? Faith, your headache comes on, but at the talk of vampire and all this type of stuff, you recall this deja vu coming over you. Like, didn't we do this? What's going on? And like, you were so focused on your food that you've been completely distracted. Some of the more important things going on around you, like what? Why is Beatrice back inside the kitchen again? She shouldn't be inside the kitchen. In the back room in the storage.
Do I recall that we already did this?
You do now.
I'm gonna go over to Annapurth.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, do I recall my connection with Annapurth?
He's your best friend.
Okay.
He is absolutely your best buddy. I mean, you guys, when you first met here at the castle, it was just like a magical connection.
Annapurth, are you getting the strangest sense of deja vu tonight?
I am. I mean, I don't remember. I can't think of anything. I'm just trying to remember what happened the last time at the end of my memory of last time.
I'm feeling... I kind of just like reach for a knife and I hold it near my arm, and I feel like Ganu did this. And something about vampire?
Hey, that's what he said. It sounds right.
I'm gonna do...
I could try it.
We could check her.
In similar fashion, I'm gonna grab a bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do on like a benign area of my arm, cut, get up there, a bit of blood out.
Mm-hmm.
Do I recall any of my own abilities?
You don't have abilities. None of you
Okay.
do. None of you are magical.
Okay.
You're just servants.
I'm gonna patch it up
Mm-hmm.
like I saw Ganu do earlier, and
Yes.
I'm gonna do kind of gonna tip the bowl in her mouth.
Mm-hmm. You do that. She drinks. Her eyes wake a little while afterwards, and you see LeBlanc come in and he goes, "Oh, she's awake. Excellent. Here, a health potion I brought over for her." And she grabs it.
I'll grab it and I'll be like, I'll give it to her in a moment. You get back to work.
Yes, of course. Work is very, very busy. Well, I mean, it's dessert actually. So do I? No. Of course, no. I'm always needed. And he goes out the door and back out to the other area.
Beatrice, are you okay?
What? Who's Beatrice?
Do you remember this happening before?
You remember?
I think I'm starting to. Do you
See, she starts breathing heavier.
Do you want this? I'm not sure. Because you drank this. I think you drank this last time.
Yeah, I think that's just a normal healing potion. Here, she grabs it, she drinks that, and she's like, Is there any other way out of this room? Is there any way we can get out besides going out to the king and queen?
Is there?
Yeah, there's a high like skylight over there.
There's a skylight. There's a balcony out this way, skylight area.
Yeah, just stack some crates, and you guys could probably get out that way.
we
let's
trying
get
to
you
get
some
at?
fresh air. Let's get her some fresh air.
Yeah, let's
And
not.
I'll start to move some things.
Mhm.
Oh, sure, don't
Faith
worry.
in-
I'll take care of all the dishes myself. It's fine.
We'll be back in just a moment.
Yeah,
Faith
yeah,
is
okay.
pushing a box. I'll just pick it up and move it.
Yep. All right. You put the boxes. You guys start climbing. Faith, are you gonna open up the window to go, the skylight?
I'll open it and I'll go first so I can.
Yeah. Pause the
help her
music.
out.
Pause the music. Stop the music. Just stop the music. I want silence. As you open the skylight, it opens into this black nothingness. And it is just this ethereal darkness in front of you. And you can see next to you, Beatrice goes, "Oh, God. It's just like I..." Play the music again. As you guys find yourself inside the kitchen just before dessert. Each of you inside here, as LeBlanc comes through and he goes, "Dessert! I need dessert! Hey! They have not been served dessert yet! They need it! They're getting cranky!" He's sweaty, his shirt's untucked. You've never seen LeBlanc so upset as he is and disheveled.
LeBlanc, we'll take care of dessert.
Yes.
Take it easy. Don't blow a gasket on us.
No, never. Not the star pupils of the kitchen, of course not. Just, the king and queen have been awfully feisty today. They're very upset. They're in a mood. So be on your best behavior now. As you go out. You guys, experts at making chocolate cake now, make the wonderful dessert. And this time, who would like to take it out to the king and queen and duke?
I'll do it this time.
All right, Manfirth. As you go outside, you take one step and you see Beatrice fall and faint. As you take one step and you see the queen go, "God damn it!" And everyone's back inside the kitchen again. The door opens and you see LeBlanc.
Do you need some water?
Hey, friend, take a seat. Come on.
He takes a seat with you guys. He takes a pill out and he puts like 4 of them in his mouth and eats all the pills. He's like, "The headaches are high altitude." Anyway, dessert. The king and queen need dessert. I think all of you should
You should just run a marathon or something.
Yeah, it sure feels like that, LeBlanc. I'm LeBlanc. Where am I, LeBlanc?
Matthias, why don't you get him some water?
Yes. You get the sparkling stuff from the back room for me, please.
Splash some cold water on his face.
But Matthias, as you go to the
Hold it
back,
together, man.
as you go to the back room to get the sparkling water out of the storage, it's just a brick wall now.
Weird.
Yeah, you swear the storage was there before.
Where's storage?
Obviously, it's.
Oh, it's through that door.
You guys keep
It's through
opening
the-
the door, and it's just bricks.
It was.
And it's the wrong colored bricks
It's
from the
there.
rest of the castle, too. Like, it's completely discolored and, like, foreign red brick versus, like, the wonderful crafted carpenter beige of the castle.
I could.
Yeah, it's solid.
It should have. It was there.
Seems like somebody's playing a trick on us.
Everybody give me wisdom saving throws.
Please, for the love of God. No!
I got a 10.
Okay,
6.
okay,
14.
okay,
3.
okay.
Man, playing level 1 character really do be like that.
Ganu.
8.
All of you are like, they moved the storage. They told us about this renovation that was occurring. It's not there. It was there, but it hasn't been there for like a year now. Old habits die hard.
They're
God.
renovated.
Of
course.
Walk's gonna come crawling in the next time.
You see, I'm better now, but get dessert. They want 6 plates. Each of you take one slice of cake out to them. We have more guests this time around.
There's 5 of us.
5. Take 5 plates out then. he walks out.
Wait, do we have 5 or 6 guests? I have 2 hands.
He's left. He is a mess. His hair
Can I-
is stark white.
I'll bring 2 just in case.
Okay. As you guys go out this time, you can see the king and queen and the duke, and the table's even smaller than you last remember. And there is now 3 other people sitting at the table opposite side, all in cloaks, cutting and eating the leftovers of the ham that was made. And you can see the king go, oh, exactly what I was hoping for. Go ahead and give me perception checks.
12.
Okay.
17.
Well,
Okay.
Perception 9.
Okay. Faith.
14.
Show, you're the only one that noticed that there is a female Ganassi standing where somebody used to stand. You don't remember who, but I swear that was somebody else's duty to stand in their serving corners there. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
18.
Didn't Beatrice used to stand there? Anyway.
How bad's my headache?
It fucking hurts, dude. I'll take another point of psychic damage.
You're gonna kill us with psychic damage.
It's worth it.
Is everyone taking one or just him?
I believe everybody has. Close to it. Anyway, the table leans with all the cake and they thank you, and the queen goes, my absolute favorite, and you see the duke go, ho, 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 ho. This is what treaties are worth. Special lot here, isn't that right? Special lot. The other 3 at the table don't look up, and they just, like, you rotate the dishes and they don't stop, and they just immediately start shoving the chocolate into their faces. What do you guys, is there anything you want to do before you return to the kitchen?
No.
Part of the ship, part of the crew, man.
Okay. As you guys return back into the kitchen, some of you still sort of knocking on the wall with the knuckle and clean the dishes and humming your own songs, and coming in through the front of the kitchen is Curlin again, and he comes through. He's just like, oh, I got all the stuff you guys requested from the store. Here's I found some fruits like you pointed out earlier. So here's the fruits. Here's some of the vegetables, the fish. They didn't quite have the spice you were looking for, and
We remember him asking him to do this?
yes, you do. You do.
Okay.
Because, yes. So then he looks back and goes, must be my imagination. Anyway,
What do you
What are you
mean-
looking
what do
at,
you
Lenny?
mean?
the storage room. I swear every day. His voice was more, I swear every day in the storage room I would drop things off there. It's
That's what we thought.
We had the same strange thing happen.
Do you guys remember Beatrice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
out there, stands right up there.
Just
Did you see her out there? All I saw was a Ganassi.
I
Wasn't
don't
quite
think I saw
looking
her.
for her, but I can't recall.
Couldn't say.
At any rate, I don't think she was out there.
She might be feeling sick.
Surely this wall is some kind of trick. I mean, it doesn't even match the rest of the castle. I'm just gonna pick up a meat mallet wherever I can find one and just try to whack at it.
As you whack at it, the meat mallet immediately cracks in half. Pause the music. And you just hear. And then the glass just shatters and breaks, and you find your guys, you can play the music again, inside a storage room. All of you are now safely inside a storage room. This is nice. This is where you store all the stuff, the 5 of you, as you all are esteemed storage men and women inside here, and it's your duty to start cataloging all the different items inside this area. The head cataloger is Faith, of course, and the Sue cataloger is Anfert, of course. And inside here, there's 3 sorters, and you're currently sorting through the apples that have been brought in by Curlin today. And as you see, LeBlanc comes down the stairs into the basement, and of course, this doubles as a wine cellar. He goes, "How are you doing, my good friends?" And
If you could please take a few steps back, I don't want anything getting on the food, please.
yeah. So everybody, give me a perception check.
Dirty 20.
Oh, you notice that LeBlanc was coughing up a lot of blood into his handkerchief that he just put away.
18.
Blanc, are you okay?
I never felt that of my head esteemed sorter gatherer.
If you need to take a rest, it's okay. You can take a moment.
You can pause the music. You see him on the stairs. I'm so tired. I'm so tired.
I pull up a chair and sit a minute. Just relax, man. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna get you through this.
He sits down. He still has his handkerchief in his pocket. He won't take it out, and he goes, "I don't think I'm gonna get through this. Do you hear them? Do you hear the voices?"
Hear who?
He goes in his pocket and he takes out the jar of the pills, and he just yoink, just tilts back and just eats a bunch of them, as much as he can down. And as he's trying to screw it on, they're falling out everywhere.
Blanc, but you can't just. It's only one.
Yes. Well, I have to. Well, one gulp, right? One gulp, and it's just like a tablespoon.
One pill.
One pill. No, it's not one.
Maybe it'd be best if we have you throw those up. That's surely not good for you.
Do you take it from him?
Yeah, I'll stop him from trying to commit suicide by pills.
No, you take it from him. He doesn't put up a fight. He's more confused and dazed than anything.
Do we think we should try?
Were you knocking there, Reed? The noise suppression's canceling it. Okay. I go and crack the door open a little bit and check to see who's knocking.
Knocking's not coming from the door.
Where's it coming from?
Make an investigation check.
I'm gonna help him with that.
22.
Same.
I don't think he needs help.
Thank goodness. As you guys start going through, you actually, with the help of Show and Faith, they lift up Matthias and they pull back a barrel, and where one of the wine barrels are, and high up on the wall, you can hear from the other side of the brick walls down here, a knocking on the other side.
I try and feel for a loose brick.
Yeah, you got one.
I pull it loose.
As you pull it loose, you hear. Oh, baby time? Is it baby time? Critical. Go do baby stuff. Both Show and Faith. You see Matthias.
I'll squeeze my way up and take a look. Hello?
You hear. I can barely breathe. Get me out.
What are you? I'll see if I. Are there any bricks that I can? Anything else I can clear?
It's Nemo! Baby.
I'll try to move. Are there any other bricks surrounding it that I can move out of the way?
Go ahead and make a strength check. It is completely tight. There's only one loose brick.
Ooh, that is a 4.
Yeah, nothing's moving, but you notice the glowing orange eyes of the person on the other side who keeps the eye looks through and then the mouth comes right up and starts trying to breathe.
Do I see Faith trying to pull bricks out of the wall?
Yes.
Hey, Faith, what you doing there?
She's up a bit and you're talking up to her.
There's
Shut up, yeah.
someone in the wall?
In the wall. I'll go up to her and just.
Yep. You
what
guys
are
climb up
talking
on
about?
all the like the structures that hold all the wine barrels and everything.
I'll let him take my place.
Yep.
I'll stand aside so they can get through.
Yep. It's a little musty
just-
down here, stone floor.
If I
gonna
see
look-
the eyes and the
Yep.
breathing. Okay. Go ahead, Brian. What you're saying?
I'm gonna look for something to help tear down the wall.
Make an investigation check.
Yeah. Let's see. Investigation. 6.
Nope. I mean, there's a lot of barrels, but those are expensive and you don't want to get in trouble.
So I'm just gonna look at until I see the eyes and say, just hold back for a second. I'm gonna try to get some leverage here. And I stick my hand through the bricks and just like try to grab the brick that's on the bottom, put my feet on the wall and just pull.
Go ahead and give me a strength check and change the music.
Oof. No, that's not bad actually. 14.
Yeah, 14. You pull and a couple of the bricks come free and sliding down from what looks like to be someone buried alive, you can see the familiar Beatrice come into the cellar.
Do we know what her?
She slides
are
out
we
and she just
familiar with her job? And
she's just a servant that does anything that the king queen tell her to do or anybody.
What
that
are
needs-
you doing in there?
They put me in there. Oh my god.
Who did?
All of a sudden you see the door open and down comes the king with his big burly beard, enters the room before he does, and you see him like, oh, LeBlanc, whereabouts are you? And well, I can see this is a bad time, as he then goes back up the stairs. And as he goes up the stairs, you guys can change back to the original music.
Oh my god.
See, it would have been really cool if I had the pad, because I could just be doing this all without any problem.
It's working just fine.
Works fine.
You guys find all 5 of yourselves inside a blank gray room. You are the sitters. The head sitter is Sho. And the Sue sitter is Matthias, as each of you are doing your diligent job to sit properly in place. It's been a very long time since any of you have messed up your sitting duties, but you're sure not going to fuck it up today. Each of you sit
Stretch
your
check.
own...
Too complicated. Go less.
Each of you are sitting crisscross applesauce and trying to keep perfect posture and a straight back.
Lay down on the floor.
Uh-oh. Matthias laying down on the floor completely.
My back is killing me.
that's a new sitting technique.
That's not sitting, that's laying,
It's sitting with your whole body. Think about it.
which is not our duty.
The whole room
my
goes like a red for a second and goes,
Failure to sit. Failure to sit.
It's a very conservative interpretation of sitting.
are you still laying down?
No.
Oh, okay, so you come back up. The rest of you, what are you doing as you sit crisscross applesauce in this very blank, boring gray room?
I'm just giving Matthias like a really like Come on. How dare you? The nerve of some people.
Is it like straight up like just gray, or is it like granite?
It's gray. It's like the fucking color gray. There's no
Yeah,
stone
that's
texture.
That's what I was asking. I was like, it's just straight up gray. So I
Yes.
look around, there's like no, it's just homogeneous, just gray, nothing.
I'm just gonna.
You can
I'm
make
gonna-
out corners. There are corners in this.
Yeah,
There's
of course,
shapes.
yeah, of course.
I'm gonna elbow
gray.
Annifirth, and I'm just gonna kind of like whisper, but there's no actual way to whisper and be completely quiet in this room with our proximity, and just be like.
So
"Can
this
you
room, by the
believe this
way,
guy?"
is 5 feet by like 4 feet.
Yeah.
And you're all in a circle, crisscross applesauce, and basically a coat closet.
I'm gonna whisper. Can you believe Matthias? Just not even sitting. It's laying down.
My shirt off and
I mean,
throw
yeah,
it at her.
What are we wearing?
No shirt off. Please return your uniform.
On.
I'm gonna throw it at his chest.
So-
You're wearing
so
this. This time, you're wearing the servant uniforms of the beige and burgundy, and you still have those circular hand symbols on your chest and
Have,
everything.
like coat pockets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Is there anything in the pockets?
Yes. Yes, indeed. Each of you reach in and you find that special gift each of you gave during that Kringle Fest. Who would like to describe the gift they gave someone else that is hand-sized?
I gave Faith Cole.
I gave Annifirth a little exquisitely done but very rudimentary doll made out of hay and twigs and not because there are no resources.
Mhm.
It's just like a little doll, and it has like a little A in the chest to
Mhm.
symbolize Annifirth.
Mm-hmm. What about the rest of you? You have to give it to someone different. So Annifirth and Faith have both gotten gifts. What did you guys give gifts to the other people?
So I will have given Shoal a little book kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
like fashion book, but it's not anything you can actually write in. It just looks like a book.
Yes, yes.
I was giving Gon like a little tiny miniature, rhino-looking creature.
Mhm.
And it's got like a cute little swirly design on the back of it.
Mm-hmm. What did you give Matthias, Ganu?
It's a.
Oh, nice. Props to the best.
Yes.
It is a depiction. It's it's our room with us sitting in it.
It's a drawing of the room.
No, it's a not a sculpture. It's a sculpture or a what's it called? Doesn't matter. Like those art projects. Panorama? No. It doesn't matter. But like, it is. It's a sculpture. It's made out of like paper mache or some shit.
Okay. Little handheld paper
like a
mache.
shoebox thing.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, and it's our gray room with all of us sitting in it.
That's what he gave you, Matthias. A little shoebox child science fair project of all of you. That for your Kringlefest gift, as everybody has brings out their Kringlefest gifts. It's such joy it fills you with to see the Kringlefest gifts. And it's what do you guys do with your Kringlefest gifts?
I just hold it.
I sit on
Me
it.
and I'm just pouting a little bit.
You sit on it.
It's my job. I'm a sitter. I sit on it.
Okay, you take the hard display that
Flip it upside down so I'm not sitting on the spiky part.
yes, and you go to sit on that. I'm gonna just change the music right quick, real quick.
I'm a pusher. I push things.
I put my doll in a little sitting position.
I'm like playing with the rhinoceros.
Mhm. All right, just
Making
Go
it
ahead.
run around.
go ahead and play that one. as you sit on it, Matthias, the lot of you see he actually sits through it. Even though he's a light little halfling, he sits right through, and it crushes the box, which actually cuts through the floor, and you see this gigantic void open up beneath him, and he goes out of the way before it happens, and from that void you see this gigantic creature's claws come out with this horrible long snout and these massive, it rips the floor out wider. It comes out and goes.
They cut out.
No! Did it really?
Oh, now it's like very quiet.
Very quiet? How quiet is quiet? Can you hear it? Is it making noise?
I
You
can
hear it, but it's quiet.
Barely, yeah.
I don't think you could scream into it.
Did you hear that?
Really.
Damn it! It's one of the coolest.
X, fuck you. Oh well. Oh well. There's a really cool effect. Work on it next time. Anyway, this awful thing comes out and it eats Matthias, and it chomps him, eats him, takes his claws and cuts Gandu in half as the rest of you start to get up and play the original music, the happy music. Go back to the happy music.
Okay.
Well, this is jarring.
How'd you find your guys selves inside the throne room? You're back, and it's just one tiny table, and it's just the queen eating chocolate cake by herself right now. As a lot of you are inside here, and it is no longer day. It is dark out, and you can see she has her hand on her face as she's just shoving cake into her mouth and looking at you lot.
Are all of us here?
Yeah, all five of you are here. You're all in your original clothing from prior to Alabasta.
Oh.
Oh.
Do we remember anything?
Do we remember?
Or
Nope,
we make the cake?
nope,
Okay.
Nope, you're in strange clothing now.
What are you wearing, Adafirth? Oh my goodness.
What are you wearing? Look at yourself.
We're all wearing rather interesting garb.
Yeah.
Maybe we're doing like some kind of play. Is that what we're doing?
All of a sudden, out from the door, you see LeBlanc. As he's crawling in, you can see he's on his knees, and you see her look over to LeBlanc, eats another piece of cake, looks back over to your group.
LeBlanc, what are you doing on the ground?
My apologies, Queen! He falls over and just passes out onto the ground
LeBlanc,
as he begins seizing.
you are.
God.
Oh my God!
The queen
Very
looks.
unprofessional. Very unprofessional.
The
indeed.
queen looks over and goes, picks up her cake, and as she walks out of the room, you can see from underneath the table, it flips over, and all of a sudden, all these like creatures start cricking their bodies all these different ways, and they all look towards your group, and the glass itself shatters behind into this utter blackness, and I need everybody to roll initiative. And change the fucking music. Let me go get some.
So which initiative are we using?
Oh snap! We're on initiative.
Yep, I'm gonna go figure it out.
Oh, he's gonna roll the d4.
I will. I just gotta get combat.
He's gonna roll 4 boys. He's gonna roll the worst one.
All right.
Oof.
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 Yeah, this is
I am
what I
in
want.
danger.
I like this. This is good. Doing. So
Oh, I like this castle theme. What?
as you guys find yourselves just outside the kitchen room, these creatures crack into shape all around the table, and one flips over the table, and then the king who is sitting on the throne, you didn't even notice him in the background as the explosion happens back there. You see him go forward, and his body starts to enlarge, and you see him, and these fangs grow out of his teeth, and he becomes this gigantic furry creature. Let me roll your initiative. And let me change this over. 1. We're using initiative 1.
That was
a good one, I think.
It's okay.
good for most of us.
Good for
Yeah.
some of us, not for others.
So let me.
I feel neutral.
Yeah.
Let's just
Choose the
do.
best one for everyone that's not named Luke.
You are right. Who was the best one?
So Gandu is 20. Faith is 16. Show is 15.
Yep.
Anfirth is 2. Attaboy. Matthias is 7. All right.
Welcome, Luke. Welcome to.
It's okay. I mean, my past 2 characters had +0 on initiative. I just rolled well usually.
OBS.
Right. Also, that's true.
Hi, this is Editing Read. I made a mistake when recording this all these months ago that I accidentally didn't put an audio track to record my friends and the players of this game during the combat screen in OBS. So my audio is recorded, but not theirs. That'd be pretty boring to listen to. So I just cut to the last minute of the fight to see how it wraps up and how they end up beating the fight, and then we'll continue with the rest of the role-playing going on. This mistake was fixed in later sessions, as well as the music audio being a bit loud. That stuff has been fixed for future episodes. This was the start of a new campaign, and with it always comes a little trial and error. That really hits. Super hits. Mm-hmm. Nice. All right. It hits, and you just see like one rib crack and fall off as its entire cloak catches on fire and burns away, revealing just this skeletal body. Next. Yep. 5 feet, you're against the kitchen doors, and as you back up into the kitchen doors, it's just a brick wall again, just like storage. Show, you're up. Yep, 5 feet to get behind him. Yep. Okay. Awesome. So go ahead. Yeah, absolutely. This is level 1 encounters. Yeah. Oh! As Show comes over and traces this rune in the air, a lightning bolt explodes out and just chars the entire skeleton as it explodes. And the camaraderie by Anfirth was not heard to Show. -10 friendship points. +1 immersion points. Yep. Half its movement to get up and comes to go hit. It's gonna take an attack against Anfirth. 7. I can't hit Luke tonight with these things. As a 7, it's still shooken up from the floor and the quaking around it, and it's just haphazardly throws a swing with its blade. It doesn't even come close. That'll bring up Matthias's turn. How do you want to do this? All the way across the room. And with that, we will take a short break and then wrap up tonight's session as we end our first combat of campaign 2. Start recording. All right. So, as you lot finish this. The room is all messed up and destroyed. Battle worn, tables cracked in half. There's a sense of ozone in the air from all the eldritch blasts. And the queen finally finishes her cake and then throws it all to the side, and as the plate shatters and the fork goes everywhere, and she goes, well, it was fun. We had a good time, didn't we? And the rest of the castle falls down, and around you, like, it now, like, fades in. A normal-looking, like, dark, gothic-y looking castle inside here, as the individual sits crisscross applesauce looking at the two of you. Her outfit fades away into this long, beautiful dress. She has these buns up in her hair, and you can see all the servants that were lining the halls that entire time watching you guys, and all the people that were in the castle are now here in this room, and it's about like 45 people. And she waves her hand, and all the people just start looking around wide-eyed as all of you guys recall your memories come back. All of them. All the stuff that you remember in the past and how you got here, and the very last thing of touching that diamond. And there was a big flash, and then you were here. As she looks to you five, she puts her finger and goes, you five, come here. Who ruined the fun? Do you guys come forward?
I'm gonna look at Annabeth.
I'll look at Faith and just like kind of motion like stay behind me kind of thing, and I'll take a few steps forward.
I'll maneuver myself so I'm like a little bit to the behind and to the right of him, and edge my way along with him.
What exactly is this fantasy that you've brought us into?
Okay, and you're taking too long, and she points the finger, and all five of you float in the air and all the way up towards her and flat down. And she looks at you all. How'd you do it? How'd you ruin my fun? What was it? What gave it away?
Seems we have information and you want it. And you probably have information for us. A little trade then. Tell us, where are we?
Dustlight.
What?
So you tell me how you break it. Was it?
I just like look down to Faith. I'm like, do you know where that is?
That's very far away.
So was it?
Well, yeah, right.
Was it the
I don't exactly know what it
king?
is.
Was it usually too burly? Was it too obvious? I'm trying to move over. Was it too too verbose? I mean, the Duke was doing fine, right? That didn't throw anything off. I know fucking Beatrice over there can't. I need blood. As you see Beatrice over there just sort of falling over to the side, still completely lacking her sustenance. Just can't be normal like the rest of us, Beatrice. Probably was that, wasn't it?
The inconsistencies were not helpful.
Yeah, well, it does get exhausting. This has been going on for quite a while. Long experiment, long time for all of you, but no time in the real world. Well, let's see. For you, it seemed like 2 years, but it was like, I don't know, a couple of days for me. For some of the others in here, it's been a couple 100 years or so. They've had a good go.
And what about us? How
what
long
about
have we been
you?
here?
I don't know. When's the last time you touched the dumb diamond that wasn't meant for you? Yeah, no. Would have been nice if that damn herald actually touched it like I intended. But no, we got you instead. That should have been red flag number 1.
Well, clearly.
How could someone so boring break my game and my research? Oh. Well, what are your
What are you
names?
trying to research for?
Oh, just see how these things occur and happen in this world. What happens when I'm able to control for such things? Let me just come over here for a second. Well, if you must ask, as she flips her hair back over her shoulder. Excuse me. Outcomes are fascinating, and I don't believe that there is actually infinite outcomes. So I take small sample sizes and test to see how behaviors repeat over time with different variables. And sometimes the worst variable in the world can ruin things, like a Beatrice. And you see Beatrice with her hand against the wall, and she's like, "My name's not Beatrice." Exactly what Beatrice would say.
So it's just for fun for you that you round up these folks and subject them to
Fun.
what you've put us through.
Fun? No, it's a duty. You know, we all have a duty. I carry on my mother's legacy, and she carries on the legacy of our people. But I just spice it up. I have more fun with all this.
I'm sorry.
When she says that, does that ring any bells to me?
You can make a history check.
And out of interest of your knowledge seeking, what family do you hail from? Who was your mother?
We don't have a family name of sorts. We just sort of carry on things. I've gone by many names in the world. Witch of the North, the Witch of the Swamps, so on and so forth. But I believe what you'd be more familiar with is the old name they give me, as they call me, Tasha.
14. What do I know about Tasha?
me as well. I'm gonna roll for that. That is a 15 for me.
Tasha is rumored to be the Oracle of Melora. She is the witch goddess of chaos, and running into Tasha is the equivalent of picking a card from the deck of many things. It is a awful omen. You do not want to run into Tasha because you never know what you're going to get. There are rumors of people becoming kings overnight and people turning into hamsters for the rest of their days. Tasha's whims are quick and whimsical, and these are all just the rumors that survive from where they believe she hails from in Dustlight, a very scary, unknown land.
Well, clearly you were not looking for us. You were looking for this.
No.
Harold.
Yes, Harold Tellius. That is the one I was looking for. He finds himself so amusing, and I thought for sure, as one of the last ones, he could get his little buddy out there. But instead, you had to come in here for some reason. Touch that. Why did you go after the diamond? I thought for sure that'd be taking him out of wherever he's been all this time.
Well, the Pirate King came and presented it as a way to get a large sum of money. Obviously, a lot of us were gonna be... There is a whole
Boring.
group of people from Ishaya coming to search for it.
Shia? Ooh, those shouldn't have ended up in a Shia. Ha! She jumps down. She gets up and then hurriedly runs down from the throne, comes over and puts her hand up as like a chalkboard comes out. And she goes, "It ended up in a Shia." Oh, that's so interesting. Why would it go there? And you can see all these arcane equations on the board that is so over your head. And you see her get a pot come open up out of the ground. You can see this mist starts coming in, and you can see all these other people being like, "I have a family," in the background, and people being like, can I go home? And she's like, "They ruined the fun. Anybody, you're free to go, I guess. Well, I don't know. Kind of still need some of them. Here's an idea. You two can pick two, your group. Pick two of them. You can keep them, and then the rest, we'll let chaos decide, right? Let randomness see who gets to stay for more experiments."
That feels rather cruel. Why shouldn't they all be free?
Do you have other test subjects?
I don't know. Perhaps the natural.
Given this is the representation to us. I'm gonna look for what's his name? The
LeBlanc.
LeBlanc.
Yes, he is over in a corner right now, catching his breath, and you see him. His eyes are wide as he's swiped away the sweat on his head, and as you approach, he goes, "Faith, is it still Faith?"
Yes.
Oh, good.
Here, give me a moment, and I'm gonna put my last point of healing light into him, so he gets 5 HP back.
You got it. You see him. I feel much better. I think whatever was happening was
You were a
doing
little
me.
worse for wear in there, and I.
Yes. I was remembering things, and now I remember it all. Oh, I've been here a very long time. A very long time indeed.
Here, and I'm gonna try to kind of like lead him back over to me and Anna first.
Yeah.
We were kind of.
Oh, he gives you like a pat on the back, and he thanks you both very well, and he's like, "You're very kind. I have a family I need to see."
Where are you from?
I'm from Clovis. It's my.
Oh dear.
It was my son's birthday.
All right. Well, let's figure out how to get our way out of here first.
Yes.
Let's get out of Dustlight first, and then we can figure out where we're going.
Yes, you can see Tasha's haphazardly paying attention as she has all these other summoned servants going around and doing things now, like skeletons and undead. And you can see other like creatures in here, and some just standard Malorans with purple eyes walking around inside this area as they're like clearing it out and bringing her laboratory in, as she likes it now that this experiment has failed. There is tons of different people here if you want to view or ask or talk to any of them, but it's up to you of who you might want to talk to. And she finally goes, "Oh, okay, so for the star pupils here, over there," and she points over, and like where your kitchen was, the wall falls, and there is 4 stone architectural pads. There's a teleport pad underneath it, and there's an arcade symbol underneath it, and then it has a gigantic sculpture of this 13-foot tall lizard creature with blades that go all the way down to the ground, and it's just this big basically, it looks like this creature with his claws down open up, and it's the whole backside of you. You remember in Skyrim, when you see the words of power, and you know how it's like hollowed out that way. Well, instead of that back wall being like word of power and everything, it's all sculpture for the back wall of it. So you would walk in, and it looks like this creature's hovering over you. And she's like, I believe the symbols match with the location. It'll take you to one leads to Last Star, one leads to Dawn Call, one goes to Sormir, and one goes to Rumble. So yeah, you can pick one of those, choose someone to go with, and be on your way for your reward for breaking our game, but adding some very good research. And we now have more clues now, don't we? And you see the other person go, "Yes, we do, mistress. Very good, very good."
Anna birth. Where are we going? I mean, Last Star would be the closest to Shia. In order to get back, I could probably try and find Annette, see if she could help us make our way back so we can let our family know we're okay.
It's probably our best bet.
You still, by the way, feel the bonds with everybody else that was in the kitchen. Like, that all was real to you. So, like, that all still happened. You guys did experience all of that. It wasn't 2 years inside here, per se. Like, it's cyberbolic time chamber of sorts of stuff where experiences can just be thrown, and some of them are false memories as well, but they're still real memories in your head. So it's a whole mix of shit Tasha threw at you.
I'm gonna go up to Tasha.
Mm-hmm.
Just, hey, lass, you said your name was Sasha, right?
Yes, and she looks towards you and your Firth.
Aye, very good. So instead of, you seem very powerful. Instead of abducting all these people, how about you just pay them? I'm sure you could find people that would accept payment for this, no matter what it is.
Money's boring and takes away from the excitement, and the whole point is they can't know. If knowing
I mean, you removed our
it.
memories, why you could do the same to them. No reason to torture people, right?
Bring the coin! And you see they come over and they have a big Maloran coin. One has an eclipse on one side, and one has Melora's emblem itself of the eye. And she goes, flip it! Nah, we're not gonna do that. But a decent suggestion, maybe next flip.
Right. Again.
I'll look to the rest of the group. Matthias, Yanu, show that those are those your real names?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where were you all brought out of? The two of us, we came from Ashaya.
We did as well. We were,
The Pirate King.
yeah.
Pirate
Okay,
King.
okay, so you were all in the same.
Yeah, we were, pretty sure we were making good time. We were gonna make ourselves a lot of money, but, seems fate had other plans. Did you guys go through all those rooms that brought you to different places and...
Like some kind of shrine or something.
Different
Yeah.
gods and like heralds and stuff.
Yeah,
Yep. That's
I guess
the
this one was the short straw.
Okay.
We should
I
probably-
think I know. I think I might have a way to get us back to Shia if that's what you're looking for. I should be able to finagle that. I think. She mentioned having us take one other person. I was gonna bring. Oh my god, I'm blanking on his name. Oh my god.
LeBlanc!
LeBlanc.
LeBlanc.
I was gonna bring LeBlanc along because he seemed really worse for wear and could maybe use some medical attention.
You're very
So-
kind.
Maybe we should look for, because we get two, so
Yeah.
can we look for another person who
Yeah.
also looks
The
like
only
they-
other NPC that had a name.
There's
Well,
other. No, there was tons of others. You guys just jumped on hooks and stuck with these two.
I'm gonna keep her in the back of my head because
Yep.
she's probably not in the best shape either. But I'm gonna look to see if anyone else is like not looking good.
Most of the people look all right. Most of them were totally suckered in. Some have vomited, but no one looks as bad as LeBlanc because he was the most exposed to you guys. And obviously, same with Beatrice. And the Dragonborn looks very rough for wear.
Is there any like children?
There are no children. No.
Is there
At
anyone
least
who
there's a
looks
line
like-
somewhere.
She is not
Is there
a
anyone
child
who looks like
abductor.
their name is Dr. Sir Furrington von Fur?
You fucking bet there is. You fucking bet there is. You see this gigantic furball of this deep green, and he's got a deep fur everywhere, but the belly is a nice blue. And he's got this long little snout on him and curly ears and a big pink nose. He's got his hands on his hips, and he just keeps going like... Do you approach?
I was really sure that guy did not exist. So, your name then, Doctor, your name then.
Oh yes. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep it. I think I really like Sir Furrington von Fur. But folks back home call me Oakleaf.
It is quite different.
Yeah. Yeah. What do they call you?
My name is Annifirth. This is my sister, Faith.
Well met.
Right. I could introduce the others, but just shake his hand.
Yeah, he shakes your hand and goes, firm grip, that's something else.
How long have you been here?
Not too long. Seems like maybe a decade or so. I hope my shop's still doing well. I had a herb shop back in Doncall. Someone tried to sell me a gemstone a while back, and I didn't want any part of it, so I shoved it away, and then I woke up here. The meals were nice here.
Do you know who it was that was trying to sell it to you?
Nope, can't say. Person was in a cloak and everything, talking real fast like.
What about size or build or anything like that? Not...
Oh, short folk. He's like a 7-foot furball talking to you right now. And he's just gesturing, well, not as short as your friend there, as he points over at Matthias.
Alright, well, I suppose that helps somewhat. Good to meet you.
Yeah, if you're ever in Doncall, look for Dusty Oaks. And happy to give you some free herbs on the house.
Aye, well, I appreciate that. And I'll go back to the group, and I'll just gather everybody and say, well, Faith and I think we're going to go to Last Star. We have a connection that we might be able to get back. Maybe we should find people who also are trying to go to Last Star. I mean, it's no use bringing people back and not having a place for them to go.
Yeah, I was about to suggest the same. See if there's anyone who needs to get a ride back to Ashaya, and we'll give them a quick lift and hope for the best.
Okay, so how do you want to do this?
I don't know how quick it's gonna be. It's still gonna be a bit of a trek getting from Star to Ashaya. I turned to Edinburgh. I did not expect this was gonna be the way I visited Last Star. I'm gonna be honest.
No, I was expecting something very different, but hey, express trip.
You see that monster that came through and tore you guys in half as she goes, and she takes out one of the skeleton bones you guys exploded and throws it up in the air, and the thing, it just dissolves in its mouth as it comes in and goes up to Tasha, and she's like, who's my good little boy? Who's my good little boy? And you see
Let's leave.
Is anybody looking to go back to Last Star by chance, or Ashaya?
Nobody from Ashaya, but there are 3 people that do want to go back to Last Star, one of which is Beatrice, because she's from Gloomhaven, which is not too far from Last Star.
Okay.
Of the other 2, no, he's from Zoran here, so no. Where's my cursor? Okay. There is what appears to be a normal human. There's Beatrice, and pardon me, there is a another human.
So I'm really sorry, but I don't think she's gonna let us take more than one of you.
One person, an older gentleman's got a whitish beard, and he looks and goes, "That's all right. I'm actually in no rush to see the missus, so I'll take my time." As he backs off a little bit, as the other one, goes forward, a younger woman that is like, I need to get home. I have finals. I have exams. But Beatrice looks to you guys and she goes, I don't think I'm gonna make it. My health is declining so rapidly. I gotta get home. And the name's Autumn, by the way. It's Autumn, not Beatrice. Please stop calling me that.
Of course, I think we take LeBlanc and Autumn.
You see the other girl go like, she's a vampire. We don't protect vampires.
I'm sorry.
I don't see any reason that keeping Autumn here is gonna help Tasha at all.
If anything,
she should get rid of her for free. Yeah, exactly.
And honestly, I'm sorry to break it to you, but you've probably already missed your finals.
No. I cannot miss my finals. I have a very, very important final in front of the headmistress. No one gets this type of chance in Dunamancy. I am not missing this for the world.
Which professor were you studying with?
I was studying under Mrs. Azurin, Professor Azurin.
Well, I'll see if I can put a good word in for you then.
I don't need a good word in. I am exceptional with my magical expertise. I'm
sure you are.
What was your name again?
My name's Bailey. Bailey, she's trying to think of her last name. I'm sure it'll come back to me. It's just probably just lasting effects of whatever this is. Probably got sucked
I'll reach
in.
out to Professor Azurin and see what she knows about your find.
You just take me. You're just going to take me there.
Not up to me. It's the group decision.
If it's a choice between you missing a few tests and Autumn literally dying, I think we should probably choose keeping Autumn alive. Sorry about that.
Her eyes are going wide and panicky, and you just see Autumn being like, "Yes, bitch."
Hang on. I think Enneferth was trying to perhaps broker a deal because Autumn probably won't be of very good use and helped us get out of this situation, so perhaps we could pick two and take
the defective sample away from her.
Take Autumn off your hands.
It's honestly almost a threat. Just say, we're gonna take these two and leave her with you, and if you don't let her take us with you, good luck. Your game's gonna break again.
You're all talking. Do you approach Tasha and try and pose this to her?
That was to her.
Okay, that's to Tasha. Okay, so then she turns around to you guys and she goes like, "What?"
Miss Tasha, I don't know if you noticed, Beatrice doesn't seem to be in very good health, and
yes, that is unfortunate.
Given that she kind of messed up your last experiment,
she looks at her like, "You fuck up."
What worth is it? I mean, let's say I think we might choose Bailey here. She's got a lot of promise, but what worth does Autumn have staying with you? Why not have her come with us?
She's a perfect chaotic variable. Now if I can perfect it with her fucking it up, then it's going to be even better to help prove or disprove my theories.
But what if she only lasts maybe even... I mean, look at her. She may not even last the next experiment. What kind of valuable research are you going to get from just a single one rather than ongoing?
Nonsense. I can keep people alive for ages. Not, like, well alive, but she can suffer through it. She's undead, for God's sakes.
But won't your external influence the results of the variables?
You see her get taken back, make a persuasion check.
Very nice, very nice.
Okay. 17.
Let's go.
You see her look towards Autumn. This is quite a predicament. Now this may affect the randomness. Sylvia, abacus. She brings over the abacus, and you see her with her fingers just start going back and forth with this type of stuff. And you see Sylvia, she's like, "Sylvia, abacus away!" Goes away. I wasn't doing any math, it's just a nervous twitch. So,
I can appreciate that, actually.
I like your hair.
Thank you so much.
She looks at Autumn. Fine, you can take 3. I don't care. Go. Get out.
All right, thank you so much. Let's go.
We will take no more of your time,
Yep.
ma'am.
Fantastic. All right, Battle Royale! As all of a sudden you see all these weapons pour in from the ceiling to all the other people, and she goes,
And I'm just
"They
gonna be-
didn't want you. Isn't that fascinating? Why not? Fight to the death, and we'll figure out who was worth it."
Just
50
gonna
episodes
usher
from now,
them
we'll deal with
as
this.
quickly as possible to this teleportation pad.
No.
All right.
How is it written? Is it like magical rune that is labeling the different?
There's a magical rune, and each one has a square, one has a triangle, one has a circle, one has a star. And she said, like, circle is last star, triangle is dawn call, square is rumble, and star is Sormir.
All right. So everybody, get on. Pat, I think. Bailey, you might actually know this a little bit more than I do. I know a little bit about magic, but
Yes.
not a lot.
Yes. No, I do. I definitely. This is a classic transmutation of. She starts really looking at it.
You see Show gagging.
What's that?
You see Show like gagging.
Of
It's the antithesis of everyone that he hates at school.
Okay, just stand on here.
Yeah.
And I'm going to, once everybody's on, I'm gonna touch the circle indicating, or whatever one was indicating last star.
Absolutely. As you guys you hit the. As you guys teleport, I need to change the music. Talk with your words, Reed. Stop having the strokes. Which one do I like? I think I like this one. How's this one? Oh. Nope, I renamed it. And then I misspelled it. And then I knew I'd have to deal. Oh, see, I don't care now. 2 misspellings in a row. I don't care. I just don't care. Next boss will go up 30 HP.
Hey, hold on a second.
I didn't even give any. I didn't even give any this time.
You don't
Think
get,
about this.
You don't get spoiler name punk.
All right. So as you guys put your hand on it and you teleport, you guys find yourselves on the same exact looking statue somewhere else inside this vast land. You can see this beautiful horizon and all these cloudy tops. All these different rock formations are all on the horizon, and you're standing on this solid rocky, craggy ground. As on the horizon you can see the sun slowly setting in this area. You can see forest treetops far, far among the, as the eye can see. And the statue behind you begins to crumble, and you can hear the fading voice of Tasha going, "Oh, no, that's the last place the teleporters took somebody, not where it takes you." You guys are somewhere on top of a very, very large plateau. It is warm. It's about 80 degrees. The sun is setting.
I'm gonna try to get my bearings, because I know a little bit of geography from map studying.
Sure.
But
I want Sho and you to give me history checks. Sho has advantage.
Do I see any signs of civilization or anything like that?
Yeah,
Go ahead and make
even
perception
landmarks.
checks.
Camp or anything like that?
Yep.
that's a 14 for me.
Okay.
Ooh, natural 20 on perception for a
Nice.
26.
You say history checks?
Yeah, it's got an advantage for Sho.
All right. Dirty 20 and a dirty 20.
Okay. And what was the perception check for Manfirth?
10.
10. Okay. So,
Could I do the perception as well?
absolutely. Matthias is first to point out what looks to be a what did you say it was yours, Ryan?
23.
Oh wow. So both Ganu and Matthias get their surroundings very quickly and can see at one of these, the plateau you're standing on, there's actually higher peaks to the left of you, and you can actually see an entire opening to a city built into the side of one of these peaks. Sho, as you've spent many time in this land in the past, but never in this location, you definitely recognize this area as Rumble. You guys seem to be upon one of the peaks inside Rumble, and
Oh, no.
that Yeah.
Does it seem like I know which one it might be?
You with your 20, I would say. Let me look at the map. Is it next to me? Yes, I do. Look at that.
Shoot. I have maps too. Oh,
Yeah.
over there.
I need
So
to
far
get
away.
poster hangers for those.
Oh,
know.
you did
I
get
wanna
it.
get, like,
You
a-
did get the
I
I
package.
did. I need to get poster hangers for like everything, dude.
Terrific. Good. I hope you liked it.
I did.
They're so cool.
And the dye are beautiful. Thank you.
Wonderful. Yes. Maloran dye. That was the whole idea. The purple Maloran
Yes.
high contrast dye.
Yep.
This seems far to the west in Rumble. You can't quite put your finger
Okay.
on which peak it is, but you recognize it as the western peaks, the way the sun is setting in the west of Rumble. There is a city in Rumble close for you to explore, just over the horizon, not even a few hours journey to the nearest city, as you guys find yourselves in new lands on top of a plateau high among the peak tops of the world of Tabula Rassa, surviving Tasha's little experiment. That's where we'll end tonight's session.
Woo!
Hey.
We didn't die in the first
I don't think
mission.
we're in Kansas anymore,
Hey.
Hannaford.